Logical Zay. It's always more than one way to think about anything. King and queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the hype button. Pop your ish in the comment section. I will be checking. Keep it respectful, no disrespect. And remember, a slow grind is better than no grind. As y'all can see by the title, by the thumbnail, what we got going on. Before we get into this video, make sure y'all go subscribe to Dory's Diary. All right, Dory's Diary. Let's get into this, man. The Pop the Balloon is exposing the disaster of black dating. Sheesh, this is gonna be a good one, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's buckle up, buckle your seatbelts.
If you watch Pop the Balloon regularly, there's a specific feeling that you get about 15 minutes into every episode. And it's not necessarily frustration, secondhand embarrassment. It's more like recognition. Like, oh, I've seen this before. I've met this person. I might have been that person. And then you read the top comment and it says, "Is that time of the week when we find out why so many people are single?"
Facts.
And it immediately clicks. This is why so many black people are single.
And I'll be wondering when I watch this, are these people genuinely this picky? Or are you being this picky because you're on a show? Like, are you being this uptight being because you're on camera? And I get that it's nerve-wracking. It's probably super hot in there. You know, you got cameras, you got these big lights, you know, and I heard that they be drinking alcohol prior to. So be a lot of emotions running through, and then you want to say the most perfect thing. And I get it. You worried about how you look on camera. So I get it. But some of these people be super unrealistic. And I just be like, are you really like this in real life? Or are you just putting on the act? Because stop it. Because this is pretty much, you're at an auction. You might want to just chill. Okay, you're at an auction. Hey, don't be down to earth. Don't act like you got dang.
Now, if you're unfamiliar, Pop the Balloon is essentially a dating reality TV show here on YouTube, hosted by Arlette and BM. And it strips away everything that traditional, polished reality TV shows tend to hide behind.
So we're going to be bringing out some single ladies one by one. When she comes around this corner, if you like what you see, she's saying all the right things. Do not pop your balloon. However, if there's anything that you're just really not feeling, you can't see yourself dating her, whatever it may be, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to each of you and see why you ended up popping.
And remember, it's nothing like your typical dating show. It's not like your Love is Blinds and your Love Islands. It's really raw and unfiltered. And because of this, it's uniquely revealing. Those first 10 seconds of them walking in are oftentimes the toughest to watch. And it's really because it exposes how people behave when attraction is the only variable at play. If the bachelor or bachelorette walks out and the lineup isn't necessarily intrigued enough, the set transforms into a drive-by shooting.
Hello. What's your name?
That's funny.
What's your name?
It literally starts to sound like the 4th of July. Mind you, the person didn't even get to say their name yet. And every time that happens, it makes it so hard to unsee the theme.
That has to be the most like pride killing thing. That has to be the most ego just disaster. They gotta be like a punch to the gut. You walk out and you thinking you fly. You put on your cool outfit. You got your hair done. You got your hair cut, whatever. You come out smelling good, feeling good. And all you hear is pop, 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 pop. I mean, you have no balloon. I ain't got not one. You mean to tell me I don't have not one of y'all up here find me decent? Nobody up here find me attractive. Man, you talking about, that's gotta hurt. You gotta sting. Oh, this is a tag. I don't care who you are. That's gonna hurt a little bit.
Of superficiality in the current dating scene. This is also where we can observe types and standards being confused, because those two things are completely different. A type refers to superficial preferences, such as physical appearance, job title, or hobbies that often drive initial chemistry, but do not guarantee long-term compatibility. And off rip, that's an issue, because a lot of the people who come onto the show, they're clearly looking through a lens of what's my...
Yeah, I think when you have a type, it keeps you in a box. Like when you say, oh, this is my type, this is what I want, I won't settle. That means you're not open-minded enough to seeing if, because apparently, obviously, your type has not worked because you're on a show. So maybe like try to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Maybe the person might not be, you know, she might not have the thickest, you know what I'm saying? She might not have the nicest lips, or might have the nicest chest. She might not have the nicest butt, whatever, but she's still in shape. She got a beautiful face. She got a great career going. She seems to have her head on straight. You know what I mean? She seems to be very polite and kind. She seems to, you know, be very feminine and soft. Give her a try. He may not be the biggest, swollest dude, or you may like dudes with bellies. He might have a small belly. He might be, you know what I'm saying, in the gym. He may not be the tallest. He may not be 6'6". He may be 5'8". And then it's crazy to me how they come on here and say, I want somebody that's 6 feet this, 6 feet that, and you ask them how tall are they. You know what I mean? What's your height? I'm 4'11". I'm 5'5". I'm 5'2". I'm 5. Huh? Damn, he's taller than you. That should be enough. Yeah, I mean, he got a good job. He seemed nice. He seemed funny. He dressed good. He smelled good. But he ain't tall enough.
My type. But that feels like self-sabotage, because if you felt compelled enough to come onto a dating show, more likely than not, the typical type that you go for hasn't been working out.
Facts.
So there'd be value in maybe taking the angle where you're looking for someone who matches your standards and values. You know, maybe try something new. And the superficial popping has become such an issue. It's been noticeable how Arlette presses people way harder now whenever they pop, and you can just tell that it's for something nonsensical.
I don't like the way he's dressed. I don't like how he's dressed either.
So what's wrong with his fit?
I don't like the watch. I would say it's more the accessories than the fit.
Connection should be about like skin deep, like should be deeper than just what we wear. Cause you know, we can change our clothes.
Yeah.
Do y'all hear what she just said? I don't like his accessories, his watch. I don't know why I can't find no man. It's just so hard out here to find a man. Maybe because you're judging them off their watch. What the funnel cake are you? What the flipping dolphin are you saying, lady? Trying to keep it clean. As y'all notice, I don't curse a lot on here. But they catch me in real time.
I agree. I just didn't want to emasculate men. That's not something that I'm. So
the variety of stupid cop-out reasons that a lot of these contestants give when they don't want to just be honest and really disclose the reason why they popped on someone, it's beyond me. Oh, I don't like their shoes. I don't like their watch. I don't like when men are shorter than me. But then the man is way taller than the girl.
Thank you. I just was talking about that.
These have actually happened more than once.
No,
Wait,
facts.
Jojo, popping your balloon.
I'm taller than you.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're. Look at people that's watching, people behind the screens. My brother, my sister. For y'all that are watching, look at the height difference. I was just talking about this. Huh? Look at the lady look at the lady in the white. She looking like.
Let's see. You are not taller than him. Not even close. No. You're way shorter.
I'm telling you, these women be going to brain.
That's all right.
But in summary, the bigger issue that instances like this in the show highlight in the Black dating scene, it doesn't show any self-awareness. It's just really hard to see the point in flying to a different state just to seek out their typical types. If it hasn't worked out in your everyday life, maybe the show is the opportunity to do something different. Speaking of types and preferences, the ones that we see on the show shine a very bright light on a historical issue within the community, and that issue is colorism. I don't know if this may be a hot take or not, but by now in 2026, we should all know by now that colorism can affect any Black person of any shade or tone. So as typically and historically known, darker skinned folks tend to be viewed as less favorable, not as attractive, etc. And when it comes to lighter skinned folks, what I tend to see is them being told that they're not Black enough. The traditional definition of colorism tends to describe the discrimination only going towards people of darker skin tones. And when it comes to both of these spectrums of colorism, they're both frequently seen in Pop the Balloon. And hey, you don't have to agree with me. I may not convince you, but these next two clips
I'm so glad I've never lived my life like that. My mom is super bright. My mom is way much more brighter than me. We got like 30-40% Caucasian in us, but who the freak don't? But my mom is super bright skinned, but we're Black. My grandmother's a brown shade. You know, my great grandpa, he's super light. I got cousins that are dark skinned. Dang near every shade. They're all beautiful. You know what I mean? So I came up seeing many different shades of great individuals. So I never looked at a shade and, just said, you know what? I'm going to pinpoint my type down to this shade. This is the shade of a woman that I like. No other shade. Do y'all not get and realize that there are many different tones of Black women that are phenomenal and that look great? And can't really wrap my mind around how men will say, oh, I only date light-skinned girls. Huh? Have y'all never seen a chocolate, beautiful, I mean, her skin looks amazing. And, I mean, many shades, but I'm only saying that because I hear more men say things about like light skin, red bones. I only date red bone, bro. What happened to the last red man? I don't know. That she was crazy, bro. I got me another red bone I met last night. It's crazy, man.
This might change your opinion.
Is he someone that's your type?
I don't like light skinned men. However, you are very attractive.
That's cool. We can move. Yeah.
If it's light, it ain't right.
Okay.
That's
But you're
I wish I had some corn. That was corny. And I think what I just said was corny too. But look how all the men looking. Look. Nobody's like, what? Maybe that's why you're on the show. Because you don't date light-skinned men.
cute.
Oh, okay. Let's go down over there. All right. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Anita. I'm 37. I don't think there's like an attraction between us.
Okay.
No, she's someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's my type. Definitely, I like her skin tone. I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
That's another thing that I do not like about this show. People eliminate themselves because of their own insecurity. Y'all don't even give people a chance to pop your balloon or even have a conversation with you. Y'all don't even ask questions. Y'all automatically just assume and then pop your balloon. And then when the person gets to you, you looking crazy.
I should think that, but
You're very beautiful. I like your skin tone again. And
Something I think is worth mentioning, specifically when it comes to the clip of the darker skinned woman, a lot of the comments assessed that moment as insecurity on her end, but simply ruling that out as insecurity feels very dismissive to the nuance that the moment deserves. Black women in general, we've all experienced that backhanded compliment of, oh my God, you're so pretty for a black girl. And even besides that, within the community, dark-skinned women aren't shown as much love as they're shown in the comments. And let's really talk about it. Because in the comments, it's almost like we've imagined colorism. At the end of the day, colorism is a form of internalized anti-blackness that was imposed externally and maintained internally. The prominence of colorism on the show really shows the effect of the historical oppression from things like the brown paper bag test and the fine-tooth comb test. Since we mentioned the fine-tooth comb test, let's talk about hair, because hair is such a recurring topic on the show. As discussed in a previous video, black hair is not a neutral topic. It's a very sensitive matter to many of us for many different reasons, but the laundry list of constructed biases towards the hair that grows out of our scalp has marginalized us and continues to marginalize us. I mean, there is a reason why the Crown Act exists. Black people have been told that their locks aren't professional. And then there's those instances where box braids are looked at as ghetto, but then they're cool when they're on the cover of Vogue magazine. But that's a different conversation for a different time. Just like with colorism, a lot of people in our community have internalized the whole rhetoric surrounding black natural hair.
But that shows the power of the entertainment world and like magazines and music and whatever. It's like it's only cool when they publish it. It's only cool when they want it to be. Outside of that, your every day-to-day person, you better not do it. But then again, that doesn't make sense, because if you're pushing that and a younger child sees that, they see it and then they want to emulate it and they want to get their hair done like that, whether it is locks, box braids, or a big fro. Then you go to a job interview and they're turning it down because they don't accept it. It's just, it's so confusing. And this is why a lot of us won't try to find an avenue to where we can work for ourselves. We could do YouTube, or we can, have our own platform, clothing brand, and so on and so forth, whatever it is, because it's like working for these corporations that judge us based off of our hairstyle. It just don't fit our lifestyle. It feels like you got shackles on, but it's just, the way of the world is just wild and wicked. But that's a really, really, that's a great topic to talk about too. I may do a video about that, about hair and social norms and all that stuff, man. It's tough. It's tough, but we still winning, man. With black people, we amazing as heck.
Pop the Balloon is just really showing how we still have work to do as a community. We need to deconstruct these internalized biases, because it gets to a point where it's almost laughable to think about how someone could walk onto the set of Pop the Balloon and the love of their life could be in that lineup. Their soulmate could be standing in that same room, and they reject them and pop their balloon just because they decided to wear their TWA instead of a 30-inch bust down that day, or because a man decided to wear his locks down instead of having them up in a bun like he has to when he goes to work. Now, if you are a regular viewer of Pop the Balloon, breathe. Yes, we are going to talk about height because it is one of the main, if not one of the most annoying regular reasons why people pop. And I don't know if it'll ever make sense.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
Go ahead,
Not
say
really.
it. Okay.
Not really.
Why not?
I like someone who's a little taller.
Why'd you end up popping his?
The height.
Huh?
Never mind.
It would just be for height. Yeah.
Respect.
Now, Arlette and BM, y'all knew what you were doing when you put that short man in the middle of the lineup. Y'all ain't have to do him like that. I'm not here to police anyone's preferences, but if there's one thing that I will do, it's gonna be pointing out a double standard. The discourse surrounding height on the show reveals a double standard where women see no issue when it comes to popping the balloon of a man who is not necessarily the tallest or doesn't meet their height preference. But as soon as a man pops on a woman because his preference is just longer hair, all hell breaks loose.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Not so much. I'll say more so like the hair. More so attracted to longer hair. Yeah.
Crazy. Oh my God. All the man said was longer hair. He didn't say I like straight hair. He didn't say I like it more curly. I like it more this. I like it more. I just like for it to be yeah, the double standard is crazy.
And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I ended up popping it because that comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women, we you don't know.
My mother's black. Y'all at 30-40% white. Man, miss me. That's my great grandma. Great. My mama got long hair. I got long hair. What are you saying? What are you talking about? My sister got long hair. My girl got long hair. Black. What are you talking about? Just sound ignorant. I know your mother's black. I know she got short hair. So black women don't have long hair?
What to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly. And that was just like too much for me. So I don't got time for it. If you don't know, if you can't grow up from your roots, then you can't grow up with me. So that's how I feel.
I mean, my mom's actually on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair for one.
It doesn't matter. It's about who you are.
It does matter, ma'am. He just let you talk. Stop. Why are you cutting him off? Another disrespectful thing that I do not like about
as a brother. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair, because a lot of girls with long hair be having no hair just because it's long is thin. So yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay.
So you tried to defend and also disrespect. Yeah, you can't. Kevin Samuels' voice. I'm sorry. Rest in peace to the GOAT, Kevin Samuels. You can't make this up. What are you talking about?
Sounds triggered.
There's an imbalance there, but it's not even just height. It's financial status. Sometimes it's body count.
Crazy.
Other times it's a sense of style. All of these things have caused us to put love to the side and bring senseless arguments to the forefront. Now let's talk about how the impact of social media is seen throughout the show. Because the way that alpha male ideologies have infiltrated every single corner of the internet, it feels like it's only inevitable that it would find its way onto the show on multiple occasions.
He already had something to say before we even got to him. So
I pop my balloon just because you're simply too young. But it's less about being a red flag and more about being a liability.
I get it.
If I were to bring you into my life, you would be a liability. You can't add anything to my life.
Right.
You would be a liability to everything in my life.
So what can I not add to your life? What is that?
You can't teach me anything. You can't help me with my finances in any way. You can't add any intellectual anything into my life. I can tell that you're triggered, and that's okay.
I'm not triggered, sweetheart. You are very handsome.
We can work through this together. Please
said
put
I
your
can't
hands
bring
down.
you any.
Your immaturity will prevent you from being with a real man. If we were to get together, you would be asking me questions like, Dr. Elam, what did you do to acquire everything that you acquired? What did you do to learn everything that you learned? What type of habits and skills do you have that can help me get to where I want to get?
Hey, what are you talking about? Then that's when you lace her with the game because she's willing to listen. Look at how great she's listening. She doesn't seem bothered. She seems really intrigued. She seems to be really locked in what you're saying. You're a cornball. Yeah, he's a cornball. I'm not going to lie. You say what you want to say. All right, I'm passing judgment on my brother. I don't know him personally. I'm talking about based off of this right here. So I take that back. You're not a cornball, brother. You just, you know what? You being unreasonable right now. You're not a cornball. I take that back. I'm sorry I attacked my brother. I'm for the people, man. But you being unreasonable right now, man. You being real egotistical for no reason, brother. And then my thing is you too long-winded. Yeah, just simply, I'm just not interested. Why are you not interested? Well, I just feel like we don't have a strong connection. That's all. That's it. Bam, gone. You ain't got to explain all of this. Because if she asking you what you do and how you acquire everything you got, and all you had to do was break it down to her, brother. Because you will do it for a woman that you don't like. Her age ain't got nothing to do with it. If she was an older person, if she was an older woman asking, how did you accumulate the money and how did you get this and that? If you like her enough, her age not going to matter. You're going to give her the advice. You're going to have a conversation. That's really what it boils down to. And I ain't saying age don't matter. Like if she under the legal, I'm talking about, 20, 21, whatever, right? Whatever age, and you feel like she's just younger than what your standards is, whatever. I'm just saying, regardless of the age, if you like her, you're going to have a conversation no matter what it's about. Stop with the bull crap, bro.
We have 2 Airbnb properties. How can we get to 4? How can we get to 8?
I already know how to do that. My dad, that's how I got it.
Next contestant, please.
Please.
Yeah,
The men who tend to subscribe to
I'm standing on what I say. He corny. I don't care.
these alpha male ideologies, they tend to frame relationships.
He gonna be like, how you for the people, but you disrespect? Because if you corny, you corny. All right. Now y'all can call. If I'm on here being corny, y'all can call me corny. That don't bother me. I mean, it is what it is. If I'm being corny, I'm just corny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't mad at that.
A woman is worthy of him. And when said ideology gets challenged, the women then get classified as loud, argumentative, immature, and even sometimes masculine. This subscription has deluded these men into viewing love as a competition and makes them view women as products or pets to be evaluated rather than a person to be known. And when men like this appear on Pop the Balloon, they make it undeniably clear that they are their own obstacle in their love lives. These social media manufactured standards are keeping people single because they've empowered people to analyze potential partners with online performance in mind. So in return, they show difficulty with receiving feedback or accepting rejection because in their mind, the whole scenario was pre-planned for them by social media.
Facts.
And social media would
That's
never
so
steer
true.
you the wrong way, right? One of the simplest and best comments I've ever seen under an episode was, some of these folks have been single since y'all started this show. And that is just such a valid observation.
No, that's facts, man. We're going to wrap it up right here. Shout out to Dory. Make sure y'all go subscribe. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, just in case you see this video. Be like, hey, that's not how you say my name. If you're watching Miss Dory, I apologize. Her channel is Dory Diary. All right. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the hype button. Pop your ish in the comment section. I will be checking. Keep it respectful. No disrespecting. All right. Let me make sure y'all got the page right here. This is it right here. Dory's Diary at the bottom. Y'all get her to 14,000 and let's get me to 4,000. All right. Love, peace, and prosperity. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate until we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. Gone.